You know, September is Baby Safety Month. This is a time when we like to brush up on the everyday activities and objects around the house that can be harmful, even fatal to our little ones. So we are turning to our friend Melanie Denon from Las Vegas Fire and Rescue for some reminders on how to keep a safe distance between some of those objects and our little ones. Let's start here, a beautiful, clean and homey kitchen, a place where happiness and nourishment come together. But for our little ones, danger can be just an arm's reach away. All of these items necessary for a clean and healthy home can look awfully inviting to kids. Melanie Denon of Las Vegas Fire and Rescue says storing these items high, out of a child's reach, is ideal, but not always an option.
If you're going to store them in a lower cabinet, make sure you have a child-proof lock, so that children cannot get into them, because children don't know the difference between cleaning solution and juice.
Sometimes adults can't tell the difference by just looking at these liquids. As we set up this demonstration in the KCLV break room, Melanie asked my coworker, Steve Horlock, to weigh in. Which is juice and which is a cleaner?
Which one's pine salt?
This one's pine salt here.
Nope.
Damn.
I know.
Which one's Windex?
I thought it was this one, because it's a little watery. No?
Steve is not alone. I couldn't tell either. This is an amazing demonstration that you have here.
Yes, so just by looking at this, you know, kids are attracted to colors. They know their juice is, you know, apple juice is yellow, Gatorade or fruit punch, depending on the flavor, is blue, some Gatorades are purple. So looking at this that I've set up for you, which one are you going to drink thinking it's juice? Because you don't know which one is which.
Right, I don't, and I wouldn't know. I would have to pick it up and shake it to see if there's suds, and
so
of course children don't.
Here we have apple juice and pine salt. Wow. Here we have Gatorade and Windex.
Wow.
Little kids don't know how to read labels. You know, they're just going to pick it up and try and drink what they can get there. That's what babies do. Little bitties, they put everything in their mouth.
Yep. While on the topic of putting everything in their mouths, Melanie pointed out some other common poison and choking hazards. This button battery is both.
These are extremely poisonous to children. It'll start eating a hole in their stomach within 2 hours of swallowing. So if your child, you suspect they might have swallowed one of these, take them to the ER immediately. Okay. Do not wait to see if they pass it. Okay.
Many foods that can easily lodge in a child's throat are foods they love, like hot dogs, grapes, and popcorn.
If you're going to feed your child any of these foods, including popcorn, you know, you should break it down into little pieces. Or I cut hot dogs into a quarter. I say that for hot dogs, grapes, olives, anything like that that is the size of a marble, you need to cut it into quarters and give them little pieces of it so they do not choke on it.
Hard candies are a no-no, as are items that can be mistaken by a child for candy.
Hard candies are the worst thing for children under the age of 4. Nobody should give these hard candies to children. A lot of the most common things kids choke on: toys, buttons. They will choke on coins.
Moving now to the rest of the house and window coverings, specifically blinds and cords.
On average, every month, a child dies in the United States from hanging on a window blind cord. So window blind cords are still extremely dangerous. The majority of blinds have them nowadays. You can get cords that are blinds that are cordless, but the thing is, kids get caught up and it's a silent killer. They cannot cry out. They can't scream, they can't yell, they can't do anything because the cord cuts off their airway. So even if they have air in their lungs, they can't get it out.
Of course, this doesn't mean you can't have blinds. There's an easy solution to the problem.
You want to make sure that you can tie them up, get a hook, and hang them up high, okay? So children can also get their heads between the blinds and can hang here. So it's always a good idea not to have their bed or anything next to the blinds until they're older and they can handle it.
Finally, speaking of beds, bedtime safety is as easy as ABC.
A is your baby should always be alone in their crib. You want to make sure that they don't need to be sleeping in your bed with you. They need to be in their crib. You need to place your baby on their back when they sleep. You place them on their tummy to play and on their back to sleep. And C, they should always be in a crib, not in your bed, not on the couch.
The crib should consist of a firm mattress and fitted sheet. When the baby goes in, these come out.
None of these stuffed animals should be here because once babies start to roll over, they smother all the time. They can smother and die.
For more information on everything from infant CPR to broader child and baby safety classes, visit redcross.org. And one phone number that's good to keep on hand is Poison Control, 800-222-1222, which you can call if you think your child may have swallowed anything hazardous. A big thank you to Melanie Denon for another great safety segment. Now, we are fully aware that parents are probably fully aware of most, if not all, of these tips, but you don't have to be a parent to brush up on these things. You can be an aunt or a babysitter, and if you're in the home of little ones, you, by knowing these things, can help avert a disaster.